I regularly have folks who come into my office who have experienced a number of financial setbacks. Perhaps they're now in their 50s with very little saved for retirement. Their past looks bigger than their future. They know they need to do something about it, but every time they allow themselves to think about it, they feel overwhelmed with discouragement. In fact, the discouragement seems to almost paralyze them. Their soul is out of air. They are deflated. One thing I know they don't need is another lecture about what they're doing wrong. And they don't need a magazine taped to the mirror about 401k catch-up provisions. These people need hope. Hope is not just some vague wish. It is a confident expectation that something good is going to happen in the future. And it isn't even necessarily a certainty. It's just a feeling that you've got a pretty good fighting chance. Too many people have convinced themselves that they don't even have that. They think of themselves as dead in the water. Some version of "let us eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die" is playing in their head. When people come to me in this state of mind, a pep talk, that's just irritating to them. They don't need pep talks. They don't believe in pep talks. What they need to see and desperately want to believe exists is a roadmap. That's what a financial plan ought to provide, a roadmap of how to get out of the quagmire that you're in. You know you can't work forever. And once you're retired, fired, let go, or put out to pasture, you're going to experience what I heard someone call cliff retirement. That is, you retire and your lifestyle falls off a cliff. If you're in this situation, my suggestion is to find a financial planner who will help you do a realistic assessment of where you are and what it will take to retire. Unless you've got a rich uncle on his deathbed, this is probably going to involve some combination of saving more now, spending less now and maybe in the future, working longer, and possibly working some in the early years of your retirement. So yes, it's a complicated puzzle with many moving parts, but it's your puzzle and you need help putting it together. You don't need this sugar-coated. You just need to see the facts laid out in all their dire reality, and then you need to understand just what it will take to get to the place you need to be financially. And then you need someone to help you do the things necessary to live out the plan that you and your planner have put together. That process involving reality and a roadmap might be just what you need to give yourself permission to believe that you might actually make it. And that belief, well, that's called hope. Offering you wisdom on wealth, I'm Byron Moore. Hi, this is Byron. Thanks for listening to the podcast. If you like what you've heard today, why don't you forward this podcast to someone that you think might also benefit from listening? Also, you can access more podcasts and columns, blog posts, and videos on my website, www.ruston.argentadvisors.com. That's Ruston, R-U-S-T-O-N, .argentadvisors.com. Go to the Wisdom on Wealth tab and access these resources. If you've got a question for me, then just send me an email at info@argentadvisors.com. And finally, maybe you're someone who wants some help with your financial situation. I only take on a limited number of new clients each year, and I can only help you if you're teachable, and I only want to work with you if you're nice. But if that sounds like you, and you're someone with $500,000 of investable assets or $250,000 in annual household income, and you're looking for help designing a plan to protect and grow and enjoy your wealth, well, then I would invite you to reach out to me. You can send me an email at info@argentadvisors.com. Just type the words "preview meeting" in the subject line. My office will be in touch with you to make arrangements for a phone call or an online meeting or an in-person meeting, whichever is appropriate in your case. Well, thanks again for listening. See you next time.